Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P. Fogg, thinking right out here in my lab. And I'm in the book. It's all about meditation. We're going to learn about the mind. What is the mind? Good question. I got the answer for you. Let's rock. Rightism. 25 rules live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practiced daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is, know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get it together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. Yeah, that's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I can awaken them. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to Maya, be true. Right thinkers, let's talk about what is the mind. We talk about a lot of stuff, but a lot of people don't really understand how this thing works between our ears, how it's working on our shoulders. So let's see if I can help you out with that. That's the part about meditation. It's all mental. In order to begin to understand what meditation is all about, it will first be necessary to gain a simple, somewhat basic understanding of what the mind is and how it relates to human beings and how to use it. It's a weapon. And if you're not equipped with how to use this weapon, the mind, you won't win many battles. Okay, you're going to lose a lot of them. Many people have been educated with what? The false notion that the mind is just an emanation or secretion of the physical brain and the body. Who the hell taught that? And that the feeling, desires, and emotions, which all together form the complex which is referred to us as human beings, are all products of a physical self. This is ancient. Pay attention though. But further, the popular notion now in the scientific disciplines of modern, there you go, catch up with society, is that your mind in an individual human being is like a unique cell which contains only the information which is put into it through what? The senses of the body. The physical body relays the information to the brain. But the mind, the brain, also has its own function. It solves, it takes care of things, it works on its own accord, okay? But if this notion is true, okay, if that's what they say about how the brain works, they ain't got a clue why. How can science explain, even with modern parapsychologists have the documented cases where what? Where people have exhibited knowledge of occurrences across the world. How can they explain the fact that many small children have recalled exact detailed memories of a past life and that these memories have been confirmed by said families which the child lived with and during that previous lifetimes? How is it possible to explain when a mother somehow knows that her child is in imminent danger even if the child is on the other side of the world. They took an atom, split it. They did the test, sent it 15 miles that way, 15 miles that way. And whatever happened to the atom on that end, instantly it happened to the atom on that end. And they wasn't, again, 15 miles away from each other. Okay, in different directions. So they're saying that you can't, the time, ain't no time span. It's instantaneous. When it happens here, it happens there. That's what they proved the fact. And that's what happens in the mind. The mind is past, present, and future. It operates on that premise. 3 levels. I'm gonna break that. Oh, I got print stuff for the mind. Don't worry. When I get done, you should have an understanding of how your mind works. That's my game plan. But that's the test that they showed. And when the molecules, they're not being watched, they do one thing. When they're being watched, they do something else. They find that out too. All kinds of stuff they find out. Modern technology that we talked about ancient times. I don't know nothing about neurology. I don't know nothing about brain surgery, but I know you got 12 cranial nerves. I know how the brain operates. I know about the pineal gland, the thalamus, okay? All those things that doctors who want the brain know that. I know from our ancient ancestors. Okay, that's my point. But the answer that they can explain through scientific means, so these occurrences are brushed off as what? Flukes or coincidences. Indeed, many scientists have refused to really acknowledge the evidence. Again, if there's evidence, that's proof. Why you argue that? Evidence which points to the fact that the mind, or what every human being calls the essence of who they are and what makes them unique, is that thing on your shoulders is not confined to locality. Nope. It is aware of activities from far away. Again, further, the memories. Our bodies carry memory. Okay, our spirit carry the memory from a prior. That's a proven fact. They've proven it now. We've been saying that since forever. Now they got testing facts that they can prove, and they're still arguing. Further, the memories which together combine to form a content of a person's history, aka karma. It records, your heart records everything that goes on. That's why at Judgment Day, they check the heart out. Everything you did stays right here. Okay, they don't need the brain. Why? Throw that away. They don't even save it in the jars. How about that? It has no use after death. It's only good in the live body. And if it don't connect with the spirit, it gets eaten when I'm at. It dies. So over history, personal history, they are not just summations of a person's experiences, no, in the present lifetime, but of the previous ones as well. You're living your prior lifestyles in the spirit right now, and that's where deja vu come from. That's where certain paranoia things come from, prior lives. I can't stand being locked down. So I'm sure in my prior life, I must have been locked up. Okay, or shackled. I go to blacks and wax. I freak out. I can't handle it. I had to walk out. Why? To get myself together. Man, I go in there. I get whoa. What the? I feel like I've been there. So it freaks me out. So I understand that concept. That's what I'm saying. You can use your own for that own concept and now to figure certain things out for yourself. But the mind is in reality just an expression of what we consider an ocean of consciousness. In much the same way, watch this, as a wave is just an expression of the ocean. That's just who we are. Just specks of sand in this whole big thing. Don't think you're nobody special. We all believe we're special, and that's cool, but you're really not. In the whole speck of things, you're not. You, the individual, your individual mind is a unique thing that's given to you to use for your lifetime. After that, it gets thrown away. It had no use. Think about it, okay? The spirit, on the other hand, it don't die. That's the concept. But if it don't have conscience, if it don't know who it is, it got to go find another body, another host to hopefully somebody can waken up, enlighten it so he can go home. Like a little lost kid. I don't know. I'm running away from child. I'm running wild. Okay, I want to go back home where I belong. Get enlightened. Where we at? Oh, no. Okay, no. Okay, so, okay, watch this. Emanation of the universal mind. The individual mind of the human being is an emanation of the universal mind. Macrocosm universe, microcosm every individual mind. That makes sense? So again, individual meaning one, yours, unique. Individual, the universal mind, and the universal mind is all pervasive. Your individual mind don't know that. It forgot who it is. So again, it don't know itself. Excuse me. And therefore, it don't know it's all knowing. Therefore, its limitation, it has limitations of its individual mindset, ego, ignorance, and overcome it can be discovered. They can overcome it by what? Discovering its universal and all-encompassing nature, which is what? Your higher self, God. That's the way you defeat what? Reincarnation, suffering, further life terms, and eternal life. You get to God, you good to go. If not, you done. Simple as that. But your mind may be likened to a prism. Here's another part, another concept. The light comes through. In science, a prism may be used to refract normal daylight. That's white. It reflects anything. But when this is done, it is now possible to see that daylight is composed of a spectrum of pure colors, from red to violet. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Those are spectrum of the colors. But the prism separates, watch this, the daylight into 7 colors. I just gave it to you. Now, each of these colors, or your chakras in the body, same concept, has a different wavelength, like different color, different frequency, that allow them to be placed in what? 7 bands. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Like I told you, these colors can be mixed to produce other colors, okay? Interestingly, any color can be obtained by mixing 3, what they call primary colors, red, green, and black. If you look at the flag in Africa, those 3 colors, white, red, green, and black, on every flag. Did you know that? Another little tidbit I did. They all had the same concept, red, green, and black. And the human eye, which allowed the human eye to really be able to perceive the different colors. But in reality, they are all just emanation from the one single light, that golden ray, okay, the sunlight. In the same way, your physical body and your brain, watch this, here we go, pay attention. Your brain, your nervous system, and the human body acts like a prism. Why? Because the light of consciousness which pervades the interior universe is seemingly refracted, and thereby all the different forms, the textures, and colors of nature become what? Discernible. You can actually see them now. This is what nature, this is also the source of notions about individuality, separation, time and space. Why? This is the perception of colors in time and space in this realm. Many people consider that their physical self is the only reality about them. That's ignorant. That's spiritually ignorant. If you think this is it, physical body, once it died, party's over, you're ignorant spiritually. Watch this. Yet, in their dream, they experience a whole different reality. So it tells you right there, when you go to sleep, you create a whole nother world within your own self. That's God doing right now. That's we in his dream right now. That's the concept, okay? Because you can do the same thing. Further, in the dreamless sleep state, the casual state, when you go to God, well, that's what you're going to be forever, you get a glimpse of it every now and then. Remember, we spend a third of our life practicing for what? Eternity. What's eternity? Death to the physical body. The spirit is eternal. It don't die. Consciousness will be eternally with the spirit if it get enlightened before you die here. That's the concept. They understood that. But the sleep state was preparing you, just what I tell you, practicing the sleep. You're practicing for death every time you go to sleep. That's the rehearsal. That's the dress rehearsal. Sometimes some of us don't wake up. Okay? So there is still another personality within yourself that you don't know about, obviously. So which is the true personality? The ego, I'm about to do a lesson about Ra and Apophis, the ego against ignorance. It's been an ongoing battle since day one. And guess what? Neither one of them can be destroyed. Shh. The essence is all that is of these personalities. Watch this. or are the reality of is therefore illusionary or unreal. This world is what they say the Aborigines and Native Americans said the real world is the dream world. I tend to agree with that philosophy. The more I study, the more I learn, I'm starting to see it a little different. Why? Everybody has to lay down and get rest. The physical body has to. The mind don't. The heart don't. It just go. The spirit don't need rest. The physical body do. Get it? Get the concept? That's not real. What's real is what don't change. Your heart beating until the party's over, it's still doing its thing. Your conscious mind, until it has no oxygen to hold it, it's still doing its thing. They just function. That's the concept. That's God. That is the saying. Watch this. That is to say they are only relative expressions of the higher reality, which is what we call the absolute and the abiding truth. He don't change. Ain't going to change. Won't change. Remember, Alpha and Omega, beginning and end, haven't changed since, okay? And still will continue not to change. We'll come and go, and he'll never change. He won't add or subtract. He can get millions and billions of people come and die and come and go born again. He don't lose nothing or add nothing. He's a bad man. So your soul, the soul, or your individual cell of a human consciousness is the source which what sustains the mind and the physical self. The spirit, the spirit, the spirit. Sorry. Thus, the spirit essence of a human being is responsible for its existence of the mind and the body, and not the other way around. The mind in a human being, taking it home now. This is I'm good. I made good time. This is cool. The mind in a human being is always concentrating. It's always working. It don't stop. Okay. The conscious state, you're functioning right now. You're woke. When you go to sleep, you become what they call unconscious. And during the unconscious state, your subconscious takes over. Why? It don't stop. It runs the show continuously, whether you're woke or not. And while you're woke, it just plays the background. It just waits and waits to what you go to sleep, and then it steps in and do its thing. Okay? Moving on. But the mind in every human being is always concentrating on what? Either the past, using its memory, present, being woke right now, conscious, or the future, tomorrow, okay? From the time you wake up in the morning, your mind, until the time you go to sleep, you are what? Constantly bombarded with what? Ideas, thoughts of what you have done, what you're going to do, or what you're going on now, or what the future will bring. Constantly in third dimension, three states of mind, all the time, constantly. That's not good. But what happens when you went to sleep? What happened? What happened to your thoughts, which were what? So important and present while you was conscious. Your past, your present, and your future just faded all the way, didn't it? Into what? The midst of your sleep, as if what? They never existed until what? You come around and become conscious again. When you're unconscious, your subconscious still run the show. Okay? You're in a dream state. And most people do not give much importance to what? Sleep. 1/3 of your life you spend sleeping. Why? Think about it. Even though your average person spends 1/3 of the human existence where? In sleep state. You ever think about that? What would happen if you were able to transcend yesterday, today, and tomorrow, as well as the waking time and in your dream time? What would happen if this light of consciousness, which seems to fragment into what? The waking state, the dream state, and then the deep dreamless state. 3 states of consciousness. I'm about to do that lesson for you. And you got the various thoughts coming and going. So the mind is constantly agitated. And if you don't have control over it, it will control you to a degree. And your mind will not refracted. What happened? What would happen if all of the wavelengths were what? Reconfigured into what? One again, just one thing, one focus, one mind. The practice of meditation. There we go. We finally get to it. I'm about to take it home right here. The daily practice of meditation, it acts as a focusing device. Pay attention, it's about to get good. It is a process by which now the separated rays of consciousness within a human being are once again made whole. Instead of being scattered, going to one fine tune. In much the same way as what? Anybody ever played the magnifying glass? But when you put it and focus on one thing, that glass focuses the rays on the sun into what? Such a powerful force which can what? Ignite and make a fire. Meditation focuses your mind the same way the rays of your mind, and it develops a what? A one-pointed vision. That inner vision, third eye vision. You now with the power to burn away what? The illusions, the veil of ignorance, delusions of ignorance. Ding, ding, ding. And negativity. Egoistic person, your thoughts are always going to be lower nature, not of goodness, but of just pleasures of the flesh, lower level things. That's never good. Okay? But when this occurs, now you have what they call what? A new vision emerges. And now you have what? A clearer and a new understanding about what? The universe and God, and the very nature of who one really is starts to emerge. You start to begin to what? Know who you are. You reach that level of a spiritual enlightenment, aka nihas, with daily practice and putting it into use, implement it. Now your sun is just like on a cloudy day. So with meditation, it's like a process through which now your scattered ideas, all that bad stuff come down, all those negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and your psychic energy, which make up the consciousness of a human being, are now converged in order to discover what lies beyond the multiplicity and the apparent differentiation of nature, as well as one's human heart. When the heart and the mind become to function as one, you have reached the level what we call nihas. You now know thyself. Welcome to the club. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I hope you got the message. In the closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I know nothing about right thinkers who now understand a little more about what the mind is and passed away. I'll be back with more. You know how I do.